raping a minor after the family of the girl presented video allegedly implicating him. We're tracking that story now that the courts are open, and if there are developments, we're going to share them with you. Second hard fact of the day: 17 confirmed COVID cases yesterday. Lagos had 13, Rivers had 3, and Gombe had 1. Third hard fact of the day: 3.92 million. That's how many more COVID vaccines Nigeria will be getting from COVAX. It will come in by August. Remember, we're worried about when the next batch would arrive, how big or small it would be, because India had said that they would pause on supplying COVAX for now until they can vaccinate enough of their own citizens at home. And now we're getting almost 4 million doses. Remember, we previously got 4.4 million doses in March, which was allocated to vaccinating 2.2 million people in the first batch. Now, it didn't quite get to that number, but it's good to see that we're now going to be able to jab an additional 2 million almost. In fact, Lagos has restarted giving a first dose of vaccinations out for COVID. So if you'd like to get your first dose, find the nearest public health center close to you, public health facility close to you, and get your jab. Which reminds me, those of you who have not gotten your second shot, go and get it. Go and get it. Lots of you who got your first one, you refuse to go and get your second. Now, wow, I hope no problem. Go and get it though, because you need both of them for full protection. And until you do get both, you have to keep taking your precautions. Don't go out unless you cannot avoid going out. And when you do go out, wear your mask like the girls in my studio currently are. Maintain your distance from people. Wash your hands. Sanitize your hands as frequently as possible. We need to keep ourselves and each other safe. And by each other, I mean all 1 million Lagosians. You know, you cannot be wrong, but you can get COVID if you don't get vaccinated. But that's not the only hard fact that you're going to get from me today. We'll start with the big three. Let's talk about Lagos APC changing the results of some local government primaries. Then let's talk about the World Bank saying that inflation put 7 million Nigerians into poverty last year. And then we're going to talk about the Imo Commissioner of Police asking Nigerians to stop bribing his officers. Today is Wednesday. We're going to bring you the glass ceiling. And on the glass ceiling, I have a very interesting story about this man who stopped his wife from getting a master's degree, an MBA. We're going to talk about situations where husbands see their wives continuing education or career and advancement as a threat. 4 o'clock, we'll have that conversation. We're not going to have a lot of time on the glass ceiling today, but we're going to make it worth our while. On Balogun and Broad, let's talk about the impact of the Twitter ban on businesses. I'm excited about this particular conversation because I have an all-star lineup of guests. They're going to look at it from different angles. So I have somebody from taxation, I have somebody from investment, I have somebody from ease of doing business, regulation. It's going to be the smartest hour you've ever heard on radio. 5 p.m. today. Don't miss it. News updates will come your way at the top of every hour. After the news at 6, we'll have a conversation with people who want to teach you about trading. So don't miss that conversation between 6:15 and 6:30. At 6:30, Voice of America will bring you Let's Talk. And that's how today's show will go, Lagos. Let's get started with the big three.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three.
On Hard Facts. On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's 11 minutes past 3. Should party elders have the right to change a primary result? Should party elders have the right to change a primary result? Which is more common? Citizens bribing police or police bribing citizens? I feel like this should be like an I beg to differ topic. If I wanted to be like wicked now, I'll just throw like my interns who are in the studio with me under the bus and make them debate it live on air and then crap their pants. But, that's a conversation that I think we need to have, and we're going to be having today on the Big Three Global. Which is more common, citizens bribing police or police bribing citizens? And finally, does World Bank's poverty data contradict, Mr. President? Those are your big three. Lagos, let's talk. Lagos APC said some primary races were decided by party elders. That's our first story. So we've been talking about the ongoing local government election process here in Lagos. Last week we talked about the APC primaries, and I told you how in a lot of places there were reports of irregularities. But at the end of the day, we also had places where results were announced on that day. So take, for example, Amuodofin local government. On the primary day, the party declared as winner one Dikbo Olorunrinu. He used to be a member of the State House of Assembly. But now that LASIEC has published the official results, Olorunrinu's name is not there. Instead, you have Valentine Buraimo. And you have that same situation with some councillorship seats in that same Amuodofin. Now, the press got in touch with Sheye Oladejo, and he said he's the APC spokesperson for Lagos State. And Sheye said, after the primaries, we set up an electoral appeal committee to entertain petitions from aggrieved aspirants, and there were places where primaries were disrupted. And since we were pressed for time, the option was not to do a fresh primary, but for leaders in the affected place to sit down and reach a consensus on who would be candidates. The alternative would have been for our party not to have candidates, which would not be acceptable to us. End quote. So to clarify, Oladejo, the APC spokesperson in Lagos, is saying that the party felt these particular primaries were not credible, but instead of doing a fresh primary, they asked the leaders in that area to decide who the candidates should be. Do you think that that's the best idea? Do you think that that was the best idea? Because the decision has already been made. Now remember, the reason for the primaries in the first place was so that party members could vote to decide who their candidates would be. That was why the APC had that big membership registration drive a couple of months back. You remember the one? We talked about it here. But now in Amuodofin at least, the party leaders have chosen the candidates because, according to them, someone disrupted the vote and they decided there wasn't enough time to have another one. Now, if you are an APC member, especially from Amuodofin, I want to hear from you. I want you to let me know if you agree with your party's decision. Now, for those of you who are not APC members, just tell me what you think about this idea of party leaders after a primary sitting down to choose the winner. Women, call me on 01465-7190, 01465-7190. Men, call me on 0700-993-993. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. We'd like to hear your thoughts. We'd like to read your thoughts, actually. So get on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, and share your thoughts with us. We're also available via WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959-75805. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling us.
Yeah, for the decision, I'm calling from the Felodun local government.
Okay, good to have you on the show.
Yeah, the decision taken by the party is not the best decision. They should just try as much as possible to get another opportunity to make another vote. That is my idea.
You think they should do another primaries?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, they've already decided. I don't know how that's going to work exactly. But thank you for calling. 99.3.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Aki. I'm calling from Idimo.
Good to have you on the show.
Can I talk about the police and the bribing matter that you talk about?
Well, you don't know the story yet, so can you really talk about it if you don't know the story?
Okay. Okay. About the party primary. The thing will continue to happen as long as we don't have the political party that actually belongs to people in the recess.
Okay.
The party in Nigeria is being held by individual. So he will play the piper, they play the tune. We have something similar to what the ANC is doing in South Africa before we can get it right in Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Women, call us on 01465-7190. 01465-7190. Men, call us on 0700-993-993. Like I said, we're streaming live on Facebook. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. Nigeria Info 99.3. If you just tuned in and you don't know what we're talking about, well, I mentioned that the Lagos APC said some primary races were decided by party elders. I told you about Amoa Doffing. On the primary day, the party declared one particular winner who used to be a member of the House of Assembly, Dikbo Olorunrinu. But now LASIEC published the official results and Olorunrinu's name is not there. Instead, we have Valentine Buraimo's name there. And the party spokesperson, Seyi Oladejo, says that what they did was to allow leaders in the different areas decide who the candidates should be because the primaries were not credible in some of those areas. Because remember that when we're covering the local government elections, local government primaries, the APC primaries, we told you how there were lots of irregularities in some parts, reports of irregularities, reports of violence, etc., etc. Ahmed is on the line. He's a first-time caller. Hello, Ahmed. Ahmed, are you there? Oh, sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, Chris. President Sandra, well done.
Well done. Go ahead.
I wish you mentioned my own LCDA.
Well, you can mention it. You're here.
Itiroi Kate LCDA.
Mm-hmm.
There is no election. But at the end, the outgoing one is the one coming back.
Okay.
The one in Amuwo Dofi, why must he be that Valentine? You know, he was the former chairman, right?
Okay.
Even if the Ibrahim man, they don't with the one in the House of Assembly, must he be the outgoing local government chairman? Like in my own, you know, I've been telling you, our votes, the young man that everybody's rooting for, fear, money. And he told say, Chris, don't worry, the leaders have decided. And I hear the founder of the party say, look, I'm not going to impose anybody. How come the leaders would decide who, when the party, the electoral whatever announced name, then the so-called party? Like I'm saying, they are not doing good to APC. Only that they don't have people to challenge them. That is why they are doing all these things. Look at the one in Sulere too, Ajide. Confusion here and there. At the end, they tell me all of them are men of integrity. Well, no problem. Let them continue. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Ezekiel is Naja. Hello, Ezekiel. How are you?
Yeah, Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How was your day?
Was very fine.
Sandra, that isn't new though. Because even the people in all spheres already have apathy towards any form of election. So it isn't new to we as citizens that the decision of the people can never prevail. All these shenanigans we are seeing with all these people, they know nobody can hold them accountable because they know the country or the state itself is, anarchical in nature. That is one. On the aspect of the COVID, Sandra, I want to ask a question from you.
Mm-hmm.
A government who fails to cater for its citizens in terms of pandemic now goes ahead to invest money in buying vaccine. Now, how real is that vaccine?
They didn't invest any money in buying vaccine. You got the vaccine for free.
Okay, now, if it was gotten for free, where were those people then when people are actually suffering?
Where were which people?
In terms of I'm talking of the people, who donated it?
COVAX.
Okay,
yes.
Where was COVAX when people were suffering from hunger during the COVID-19?
Their own is to donate vaccine for you. So
Why
that
would they have to donate vaccine and never donate, and even the ones that other people even donated, was it not ordered?
Oh, okay.
Sandra, all these are trash. Let's just forget it. I don't see any reason in that. Thank you.
All right. Aya is in Ijaniki. Hello, Aya.
Hello.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good
Please,
afternoon.
to cite a case of one of my experiences in LCDA.
In where?
IBA, LCDA.
Okay. About the elections?
Yes, about the election.
Yes, go ahead.
We went out in mass
Okay.
to support a candidate for councillorship.
Okay.
But we were told that a party leader, I don't know if you can allow me to mention
Yes,
name.
please mention name.
They say the party leader, Adebule by name,
Okay.
told the party heads that all the incumbents should be allowed, those who are entitled to second term, should be allowed to come back.
Okay.
Even at the expense of the fact that some of those incumbents even took third position in these primaries as councillors. Third position.
Right.
But the party leader said they should all return. Is that a primary?
How do you feel about
I
that?
wish they can allow us do another primary. Because yes, like you mentioned, there are irregularities. I think it's a deliberate act, especially by these incumbents. They made a kind of crisis that election did not hold in some ward, so that they can use that as a yardstick for the party leader to say, since you people could not hold election, we will dictate to you who your leaders will be or representative will be. And that is what they did.
They did.
Out of the entire 5 wards in Iba SCDA, only 1 ward had a successful primary election. The entire 4 wards did not have any primary election. It was crisis or true, and it was deliberate.
And you think that what would have been a fair thing would have been for a re-election to occur?
Exactly, that would have been the fair thing, because in the party timetable, there is provision for re-election. There's a date, there's a specified date, but that re-election did not hold. In areas where there were inconclusive elections, there were provisions for it.
What do you think about them saying that because of time, there was not enough time, so they had to just, allow, just pick somebody, let the leaders pick somebody because time was passing? What do you think about that excuse or that reason?
That excuse is to tell you that the political party itself is a private business.
Ayo, thank you very much for calling. 99.3, hello? 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 There's nobody there. 99.3.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Everest. I'm calling from Lekki.
Everest, good to have you on the show. Go ahead.
Yes, please. Okay, so the truth is, our Nigerian politicians, they don't learn from their previous lessons, okay?
Okay.
This same issue, if you remember, in a couple of years ago with the current Minister of Transportation and Omeya in Rivers State, where a candidate was substituted, and at the end of the day, the candidate was removed by court.
Right.
So these people have refused to learn from the past mistakes. They will keep repeating the same mistake over and over, and until we get, to understand our rights in our political arena, these problems won't stop. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling us. Let's take a look at WhatsApp, see the messages that we have there. Like I said, WhatsApp is 080 959 75805. Barnabas from Bariga says there's a popular saying that the leopard can never change its spots. These people will always display their ineptitude and partiality in everything they're doing. You cannot give what you do not have yourself. Evil begets evil. We are waiting for them at the general polls. The end shall always justify the means. Their days are numbered. They'll surely meet their Waterloo at the polls. They'll be disgraced because the whole world knows they're no longer popular in Nigeria. Barnabas, if you cannot even come out to join the different political parties and take part in their primary elections to determine who the candidates will be, have you not already handed your power over as far as the general elections are concerned? Because where a lot of the choices are made, by the time we get to choosing between one candidate and the other, it's already too late. So we need to be part of the process that determines who will be the flag bearers, right? At least that's what the experts say. I wonder if you agree with them. We've got more people who are sending us messages. Godfrey says, if there's no time for re-election, then the party should not present any candidate. INEC should enforce this, Godfrey says. Godfrey, this is actually the Lagos State Electoral Commission. And the Lagos State Electoral Commission is funded by the Lagos State government. So do you see that happening? Is that something you see happening? Aya from Mbeda says it's indeed a sad development. It's no longer about the people's vote, but parties' leaders' decision. We don't practice democracy in this part of the world, but extreme imposition. We don't have leaders, we have rulers. Let's take a break, Lagos.
Dad, it's Father's Day on Sunday.
I know that.
There's one more thing, Dad.
And what is it?
Cody and the Kids Family Fun Day on Father's Day.
Oh, wow. That means we have a place to go. Yay!
Yes, come enjoy exciting time, games, music, dance, and so much more at Cody and the Kids Family Fun Day. Date, Sunday, June the 20th. Time, 12 noon. Venue, Union Bank Sports Center, Eric Moore Junction, Bode Thomas, Surulere. Gate fee, 2,000 Naira only. Available at www.ariatickets.com or call 0806 271 0485. All COVID-19 protocols will be duly observed. Cody and the Kids is brought to you by Twin Doves Concept, powered by Nevada Bridge TV, supported by Mr. Choco, Amazing Day Instant Cereal, and Ole Backed. Media partners, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, and Nigeria Info.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. It's 28 minutes past 3 o'clock, and it's time to move on to our second story, where we will focus on bribing the police. Yes, you can still talk about the APC primaries, local government primaries, when you call, but the Imo State Commissioner of Police is warning people to stop bribing his officers. So right now, in Imo, they are investigating some officers for extortion. 5 of them are going through an orderly room trial right now. And the CP, Abutu Yaro, has been talking about it. He's been talking tough about it. He says that if they are found guilty, he'll make sure that they are punished to the full extent of the law. But he's also saying that there's a second problem. He's saying that members of the public are warned to stop enticing the police with pecuniary inducements when they commit any offense, end quote. He says that that's a huge problem. Apart from police using force to get money out of the public, members of the public are warned to stop enticing the people with pecuniary inducements when they commit any offense, end quote. So the police commissioner is saying that people commit crimes, and to avoid getting arrested or getting fined, they offer bribes to the police. Now, when I read that, my mind went back to the lockdown and the curfew. Right here on Hard Facts, a lot of Lagosians called me. Do you remember? And they were telling me, which curfew? I beg, I'm Jare, waiting there. And they move around, Jare, once 12 now. If police catch me for road, I will just give her 1,000. No, just 1,000. Police catch me here and so, we'll just find out something. That's what a lot of Lagosians called me and said to me. So many people said that. And at that time, I kept asking, so you know that you are breaking the law. You're ready to pay bribe rather than just follow the law. Because what was the law really? Don't be out of the house at past 12, right? Be at home. Be in your house. There's a curfew from 12. No day for road. But people were, I beg. Now for their pocket be that one. I could just pay bribe. So this warning from Yarrow and that my memory from the curfew, it got me thinking, which crime is more common, bribery or extortion? Bribery is when a citizen wants to do something wrong and willingly pays money to the police to get away with it. Extortion is when the police uses their power or their authority to force a citizen to give them money. 2 different crimes. They're both crimes, but they're 2 different crimes. My simple question to you, Lagos, is which one is more common? Is bribery more common or is extortion more common? Are the police the main reason for corruption in law enforcement, or are the citizens behind it? And if both cops and citizens, both police and citizens, are readily being corrupt, what solutions can be put in place to prevent it? I mean, it's not enough for the police commissioner in Imo State to warn the citizens, to warn the general public. Are there any real solutions that can be put in place to prevent the penchant of the citizens to want to pay a bribe, or the penchant of the police to want to extort money? Women call me on 014657190. Men call me on 0700-993-993-993. We're streaming live on Facebook as well. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. You can share your thoughts with me there. And of course, there's WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Chingwe is on the line. Hello, Chingwe. Chingwe is in Ibesha today. How are you, darling? Good to have you on the show.
All right. With regards to the bribe from the police, and to the police, or
which one is more common, us bribing them or them asking us for bribe?
Okay, it's a 50-50 thing. Because there is this case, but God will bless that commissioner of police, which all the commissioner of police can do this.
Okay.
There was a case then back in the news before I came to Lagos. A police IPO in charge of a particular case of murder was asked to collect a huge amount of money, so that he can destroy that file, so that their son can be released from prison.
Okay. So somebody was accused of murder, and
yes,
the family members of the family members of the accused wanted to pay a bribe so that police would destroy evidence.
Exactly.
Okay. Then what happened?
And the IPO, being a God-fearing man, decided not to collect that.
Oh.
Do you know that family went to a point of wanting to kill the IPO?
You're kidding.
So, and that was among the reasons why the IPO has to leave that particular state to another state. But he made sure that case was appropriately handled. So it's a 50-50 thing.
50-50.
Before this bribery of a thing started, our police was very good. But it's the masses that induced this particular bribery in the mindset of the IPO, the police.
The police. Okay. All right. Thank you very
Our
much,
people
Chinwe.
should have the mindset of doing the right thing at the right time and let these clients do their job.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Chinwe. YX is in Amur Duffing. Hello, YX.
Sandra, our president, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very okay, but I'm not okay with Nigeria police.
Okay.
The extortion, I'm telling you, in fact, when the organizer in this country today, when you talk of police, you talk of PCA, there's a lot that go under the ground. And corruption we are talking about today, if the police refuse to take bribe, it will get better in this country. But there's a place, they will extort you, there's a place, somebody will carry smuggling thing, illegal thing, and we know they will bribe the police and police to take bribe. Look at that, they're doing the lockdown. Those vehicle play Abuja from Ilorin down to Lagos, from Osogbo down to Lagos, they will put the money for police at a pocket. Immediately they reach where they are, they do get the money.
So you're saying that extortion is more common than bribery?
I'm telling you.
Prince Wires, thank you very much for calling to share that with me. Anonymous is on the line. Hello, Anonymous.
Hello, Sandra.
Thank you for calling.
I want to talk about the APC primary election.
Please.
I'm living in Tireka State.
Okay.
There is nothing like primary on that day.
Okay.
They scare everybody away. They destroy everything. When I'm passing today, I can't see our chairman with the vice. They have changed the vice chairman. That is a man. Both of them is a man, but now it's a woman. I just look at it. You cannot impose somebody on top of your people. Where did they do their primary election that bring our chairman and the vice out? That is the problem we have in Nigeria. APC has destroyed the democracy in Nigeria.
Are you a member of the party?
It's a PC party now.
Are you a member of the APC party?
No,
okay,
not the party. I just living in a Tere Cafe area. I was around that day they are doing their primary election. And when I'm passing, I usually shot the gun here and there, they scare all of them away. And now, they have removed the vice chairman before and put a lady there now. So to run with the chairman. And nobody is loving, he's not doing anything in Tere Cafe. Nothing. I want to oppose him again because there are many people come out to do primary election with them. They say unopposed. That is what the democracy in Nigeria. That is why people are doing in this Nigeria. They are destroying my democracy. Thank you.
Anonymous, thank you for calling. We've got Festus in Alakbere, who's a first-time caller. Hello, Festus.
Yeah, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon. Good to have you here.
Yeah, my name is Festus. I'm calling from Alakbere.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, this your program. I'm very interested. I've been listening to your program for a long time.
Okay.
When we are talking about police corruption for Nigeria police.
Yes. Which one is more common? Police extorting or people willing to bribe police?
People willing to police extortion.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Last week I traveled to my village. I couldn't believe, even when I was coming before. I can't recount how many checking points I have passed through, and they are collecting money. Hello.
Okay, I'm hearing you. Huh?
Yeah, and apart from that, I'm a security officer. I'm working. I work in a bank.
Okay.
Do you believe that every week when they are paying police officers, some amount of money are going to the office? Who are the people that are collecting that money in the office?
So you're saying that you are a police officer or a security officer?
No, I'm a security officer, a private security officer.
I see. Okay. And but you know that the money that is being collected is going back to the police office.
The police people that are attached to us. Every week, there is a certain amount that usually paid to them. But out of that money that are paid to them, 40% of it are remitted to the office. When we ask why, they say, yeah, that is office money. Who are the people that are collecting the money?
Did you ask them?
You say what?
Did you ask them? Did you ask them who the people are?
Yeah, they say that is for office. That even the money went to the IG, it went to the DPO, this and this. So when we are talking of corruption, I don't know where we are going to start from.
Festus, thank you very much for calling. I wish we had more time, but I need to move on to our final story on the show today. So, for our final story, the World Bank says that last year alone, inflation dropped 7 million Nigerians into poverty. So this week, the World Bank published its Nigeria Development Update. It's a short report that analyzes the current state of the economy and whether or not we are on track to meet developmental goals. Do you think we are? The report's short answer is no. Chisomi shaking her head no as well. Now, first of all, it says that wealth is shrinking, not growing. That's what the report says. The report blames inflation for this. Now, if you are a long-time listener of Hard Facts, you know that we always give you inflation data here. And so you also know that we've been routinely breaking down inflation records. We've been actually breaking inflation records as a country, especially since that border closure. Now, we now had COVID and inflation went even higher. Now, the World Bank is saying that this runaway inflation created 7 million more poor Nigerians last year. Can you wrap your head around that number? That's the listenership of Hard Facts times 7. Times, like, my God. Now, I want you to go back to the weekend. Do you remember the president spoke to Nigerians? He spoke to Nigerians on NTA. And one of the things that he said was that his administration had lifted 10.5 million Nigerians out of poverty in the last 2 years. So clearly the World Bank and the presidency are disagreeing over what happened last year where poverty is concerned. Incidentally, the World Bank uses data from the NBS, our own domestic statistics office. But let's come back to the World Bank report. It says that there's a vicious cycle, that poverty leads to crime and insecurity. Insecurity leads to reduced production. Reduced production leads to more poverty, and on and on and on. And what's causing this inflation? The World Bank disagrees with the CBN. CBN says inflation is high because we don't have a high supply of the things that we need. But World Bank is saying, the two main reasons for this inflation are tight exchange rate controls and expansive monetary policy, end quote. So they're blaming the CBN for restricting forex supply and for printing money to fund the budget and repay government debt. We've talked about this on the show as well. We talked about it with Steers Business. We talked about how the CBN was funding the federal government's budget deficits and converting it to long-term debt. We also had Budget on the show with us, Shewoni Binde. And our guest from Steers said that things like this will cause inflation. And now the World Bank agrees. And you have to ask yourself, okay, Ngwanu, we know the problems. Can we break the cycle? How do we break the cycle? This report actually gives the answer. This report says it's up to the government. They say that government needs to grow the economy by helping businesses create jobs. Specifically, the World Bank is advising the government to help make it easier for small businesses to access loans. Speaking of small businesses, Balogun and Broad is today at 5. You need to listen to Balogun and Broad. We're going to be talking about the Twitter ban and its impact on businesses, incidentally, small businesses. But yeah, Lagos, let's talk right now. What do you think about this report from the World Bank? What do you think about the report saying that 7 million Nigerians sank into poverty last year? While on the other hand, the president is claiming that last year, 10.5 million people left poverty. Women call me on 01465 7190. 01465 Men call me on 0700 993 993. We still got WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. I've got lots of comments on Facebook, and I'm going to take a look at some of them as soon as we finish taking some of your calls. So Robert, Jarek, and Lem Jewel, I'm coming to take your comments in a bit. Yes, you can talk about the local government primary elections by the APC, or you can talk about who you think is worse when it comes to bribery. Which one do you think is more common? Do you think it's more common for police to be extorting money from citizens, which is a crime, or is it more common for citizens to be looking to bribe the police to get away with a crime, which is also a crime? My first caller said it was 50-50. Prince YS said police is worse. Another caller also said police is worse. What do you think? And now we've talked about this millions of Nigerians out of poverty business, and I'm asking if you agree with World Bank's data. And do you think the World Bank's poverty data contradicts the president's data? Ike in Amwodofing is a first-time caller. Hello, Ike. Ike?
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you for calling. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sandra.
Welcome.
Yeah, Sandra, I want to comment on two things.
Okay.
One is police extortion, and the second one is our present perception about poverty rate in the country.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. On police extortion, most of their mindset is that if they stop you and you don't have anything incriminating, they are not happy with you.
Oh no, Ike, call me back, okay? Lemjul Egu Julia says, Napoli, so my sister Sandra, as for the World Bank contradicting the federal government, that's no fluke at all. You know the rest of the Nigeria situation. Government should swallow their shame, open the borders for food items to enter the country, and ease the citizens of these untold hardship everywhere. Niger people are really suffering. Lemjul, the borders are open, but they're just not providing forex for what's it called now? Forex for food importation. So I guess that's what you mean. Robert Jarek says that's true. 7 million Nigerians are currently in poverty. People cannot feed. People cannot pay rent. No food, no money. I'm praying for my siblings and loved ones that God will help us all. Philomena is in Ikorodu. She's a first-time caller. Hello, Philomena. How are you?
Good. Fine, ma. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. I love your program, and I so much enjoy your program.
Thank you.
I've been listening for the past 3 years.
Oh, thank
but
you.
I have no time to contribute to what Mr. President said.
Go ahead.
I believe that he's saying the opposite side of it. About 10 million Nigerians have sunk into poverty. I am one of them because I will be for the.
Oh no, Philomena, I do hope you call us back. I really want to hear your story. The number to call for women is 014657190. Itodo Bernard says, I want to talk about the Nigerian police. I'm just coming from Oworoshoki police station. My brother had an accident with a bike guy yesterday. And when they were taken to the station, the bike guy involved said that he paid 10,000 naira for his treatment, which we agreed to pay. After that, we asked the police to release my brother, and they said that we should pay 20,000 naira for his bail and said that we should pay 5,000 naira, and they refused. Can you see the kind of country that we're in? Itodo, I'm really sorry that you're experiencing that. What are the odds that we're discussing police extortion and this is happening to you in real time? 99.3, hello.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is Baba.
Hi, Baba. Good to have you on the show.
Right. I just want to talk about the 7 million Nigerians who have gone into poverty.
7 million into poverty. World Bank says 7 million, but the president said
World Bank
10.5 have
10, right? 10.5. I believe the World Bank because, I'm a small business owner, so I've seen the change that has happened in the last few years. Okay. And then when the pandemic hit, it even got really worse. I see more people asking for money. Younger ones asking for money. I'm not able to increase my salary for my staff because the money is just not there to give. And they're not enabling small businesses. Access to loans are more difficult to come by. And for the government to realize that we need to empower small business to be able to give jobs to people. In other, developing climates, that's what they do.
Yeah.
They enable small businesses to help the economy grow. If we don't have access to finance, how do we do that? We can't do that. And all this, we are just going around in circles. I mean, I'm in the food supply chain, and I know what insecurity is doing to the business. Who are not able to come in. For infrastructure, farmers are not unable to go into their farms because of bandits. And it's affecting food prices. And, sometimes you get the food, sometimes you don't. And when you do get them, it's really high in price.
Yeah.
So I do believe what the World Bank says. And, yes, the government should just think about a way how they can just, sort out these issues that are going on. Because it's not, in the next few years, it's cool now. You're the same, but I can tell you that it's going to be worse next year because a lot of farmers are not farming.
Yeah. Well, we do have the FAO predicting a food crisis by next year.
Exactly. And we can see it. Even for weed in the food business, you can see that it's looming. And I don't know. I don't even know what they're going to say again. I don't know.
My sister, I feel you.
I'm now lost. Every day I just say, the food is expensive now. That is the price. I went today, the price is what is a certain price. I go tomorrow, it's a different price altogether. And I understand why they have to put those prices up because of the exchange rate.
Yeah.
Because everything is import dependent, and that's the truth. We don't produce a lot of things we don't produce here, and so if the dollar is 500 today and tomorrow is 520, prices will not be the same.
Mike, sorry, I thought you were done there, but we do thank you for calling. We've got Bosse in Surulere on the line. Hello, Bosse.
Hello, Sandra. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for calling.
I'm a first-time caller. I love your program so much.
Thank you.
I love your open-mindedness and the way you go about the issues of Nigeria.
Thank you.
Now, I'm just going to talk very quickly about the inflation issue that you're talking about. And I'm going to say I don't know why it is so difficult for a country so blessed as Nigeria to help people. We're talking about them making loans available for small businesses and all that.
Right.
They know they should do that. It shouldn't be hard. because everything is just going haywire. And we all know that it's going to continue for a long time. And apart from smallhold business owners, there are quite a lot of people who want to do something but have nothing to do. I've read about Kenya and Ethiopia where the government gives people who are willing to go into agriculture starter packs, like give them some number of chickens and encourage them to start small.
Well, that's
and
also what the Buhari government did with things like Anchor's borrower scheme, and they have a lot of programs for farmers as well. Now, I don't know if it's on the same level with giving chickens, but the government has plans.
No, but what I'm saying is that they are enabling farmers who already have started. I'm talking of people who want
to start, right?
But they have no way of starting. They don't have money. They don't have a land. They don't have anything.
Right.
So there should be a way the government can do something like that for people. If they can do that, the unemployment rate will go down by a lot. Because there are people who want to have like a small poultry, small businesses, but they have not even started.
And then you have and then you even have those who don't even need government. They just need government to get the herders out of their farms so that they can go and farm. Yeah.
Exactly. So they should be talking about stuff like this if they really want to curb this issue of inflation and all this kind of things. Look for people who are genuinely interested and willing to work and start them up. There should be something like government starting up people.
All right, Bossa, thank you very much for calling. We've got a message here. You didn't leave your name. You said, "Hello, President Sandra. What category is it? Which category is it? Bribe or extortion when money is exchanged at the police station? It depends." So, for instance, a gentleman who sent us a message via Facebook about going to, settle police case about a bike man that the brother hit. He's obviously being allegedly being extorted at that police station. But when you go to the police station to go and report case and they're settling your matter and you want them to quash the evidence, and so you offer to give them money to quash it, that's bribery. And both of these things are a crime. Now, which one do you think is more common? You're breaking the rule and you're offering to bribe police, or police see you minding your business and tries to extort you? Which is more common? Where did the president get his figures from? Ade from Surulere is asking. Is it a country that doesn't have any proper data about anything? I strongly believe in the World Bank's figures more than anything from the government. This country is in a terrible mess generally, with no foundation or structure for serious development and progress anywhere. The government and politicians are completely clueless about governance and everything generally. All right, Ade, always a pleasure to read from you. Nathan from Alimosho says, you cannot give what you don't have. What we're going through with the inflation challenge, we blame the government, those whose heads are not economically sound. When you have such as your president, especially in this kind of autocratic government, they'll induce the CBN governor to print money. So the World Bank is right. All right, Nathan, thank you for your message. We'll take a break, Lagos. We'll come back and keep talking. Don't go away.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
It's Euro 2020 in 2021, a tournament with a difference, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global, and the cast nationwide.
They seem to keep hold of the ball, see so much of the ball, but at the end of the day, they tend to do little or nothing with the ball.
Throws it into the box! It's in!
A player who's been having a renaissance after season.
He connected to the pass like a socket, fired the shot like a rocket.
From no other person but Rafael Varane.
What they want to do is sit back, where your weaknesses, and then when they get the ball, they counter-attack you.
It was a brilliant piece of play by Karim Benzema.
But they decide against that counter-attack and go all the way back.
Beautiful. Trent Alexander-Arnold 38 meters. This is your goal of the week.
When you defend, you can defend for 91 minutes, and just for 1 minute, everything will change.
He completes his hat trick. He's in the pursuit of perfection.
Best days are behind him already, and young managers have taken up the mantle.
Covering every blade of grass for a full month from 11th June to 11th July 2021 on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 on Nigeria Info. It's live football, just the way you like it.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. We've got messages everywhere, so I'll try as much as possible to take them as quickly as possible. Shay from Maryland says, Sandra, maybe the 10.5 million people leaving poverty passed the 7 million people entering poverty on the road. Okay, let me go. Okay. Samuel from Shasha says, seriously speaking, number one, Alimosho local government, Igondo Ikotun LCDA APC primary election that produced these candidates from chairman, vice chairman, and councillors wasn't the wish of the people. Somehow the results were written in their favor. People are not happy. Number two, police extortion is more than bribery. Even if you don't want to give them, they force you to pay. Number three, government at all levels are deceiving the people. The truth is, many people slipped into extreme poverty. Samuel from Shasha, thank you very much for your message. There's serious hunger in the land. For me, 50 million Nigerians are in poverty. Raji Hamid says, well, we still have those 80 million Nigerians in multidimensional poverty, according to, I think it was also the World Bank that released that report 2 years ago. Julius from Uganda says, police is worse. So, in fact, they're the ones who brought people into the mentality of bribery. Our government is irresponsible as well, and they lie a lot. We all just need to prepare for 2023. 2023 is far. Lagos State has local government elections coming up. They're coming up in July. So don't wait until 2023. Show seriousness right now. Show working right now. Local government elections, that's where it starts. Also show working by going to go and register for your PVC. PVC registrations begins on the 28th of this month. Will you be sitting at home, or will you be going with all your neighbors and all your estate people to go and register? All right, let's take a look at more messages that we have on WhatsApp. Sandra, seriously, who do you believe, the president or World Bank? Sandra, I'm hungry. Oh, Uchenna says. Uchenna, go chop now. Why they yam me? What's it cause me? Godfrey says, I think I've taken that message before. Good afternoon, Sandra. We can take our litmus test of fraudulent elections by fraudulent individuals calling themselves failed political parties. I hope those two political parties' injection that's making Nigerians make mistake every 4 years will expire in 2023 so that none of these parties will forever come to light again. The spirit that is collecting bribes on election day must be cast out if any good news is to return to this country again, because Nigeria has become a business for political leaders. The entire citizens need to take the pain to get out of this bondage. Olaide Cruz is in Abuja. Olaide Cruz, good to have you on the show today. We'll take a final message, bring you business news, then talk about this man that told his wife. Actually, the man didn't tell his wife. The wife refused to get an MBA because well, I guess the man did tell the wife. So the wife refused to get an MBA because the husband says, I can't be married to somebody who has an MBA before me, who has a master's degree before me. And as a result of that, she couldn't get a very premium job. And I wonder if you think that that was the right call on her part. Sandra, all those complaining haven't seen anything yet. The day they all wake up and understand that they should all leave a party that treats them like trash and run the party like a private business, that's when they'll be liberated. Lagosians need to wake up and understand that the two major political parties have failed them repeatedly. That's a message from Deji in Oba. Deji, thank you very much for your message. Business news up next, then the glass ceiling. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.